Happy birthday, Gemini. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of June. June already. June 2021. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month. So I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm going to be using my Morgan Greer tarot deck. I haven't used this in a while, and it was calling to me, so we're going to go with it. I will clarify, as I always do, with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot, and then I will close out your reading, Gemini, with a oracle card. The Eternal Crystals Oracle card. It's a beautiful deck, and I think you'll enjoy it. I think that's it. I am in Las Vegas. It is starting to get really, really hot here, so I do have my fan going in the background. I apologize if you can hear that, but I need it because when I do these readings, it's interesting because I do get really, really warm, you know, because the energy just starts flowing, and so I don't pass out. I'm going to keep the fan going. So let's go ahead and get started, Gemini. Looks like you already have good news coming for the start to June. Yeah, you've got a lot of information coming through, looks like. All right, so what do we need to know for the sign of Gemini as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, abundance for the month of June 2021? All right, so first off, you've got some type of an offer coming through. For those of you who are waiting for to hear back about maybe a job, looks like you're going to get some positive news about that in the first week of June. For those of you who are not looking for work, look for some type of an offer. I mean, you know, there's definitely going to be a financial connection, a money tie to whatever offer's coming through. Maybe somebody makes an offer, you know, to purchase something from you. Maybe somebody, maybe a loan offer comes through. What else? It's definitely going to be something good, and it's going to happen roughly in the first week of June. Now, the other thing is, I see the Page of Swords here too. Now remember, pages are all about information, messages. Page of Swords talks about a message regarding a breakthrough, something that was stagnant. You get word and you hear back, or you hear that things are starting to move forward, things are unlocking. And I think this is probably going to be consistent with what a lot of us are experiencing. I know here in Las Vegas, our city is opening back up, right? Businesses are starting to kind of be able to allow to operate at full capacity. We're going to be able to travel again. We're going to be able to go out. So I have a feeling like this is going to be very helpful for a lot of you who are business owners, for a lot of you who are looking to get back to work. Looks like a lot of us are going to get the go-ahead. Like I said, I know here our city is opening up 100% effective June 1st. Definitely it's in alignment with this. I think that that's something that's going to be across the nation for a lot of us, probably even worldwide for most of us. So again, I think that's definitely going to have a positive impact on our finances just as a whole. We also have the Hermit here in the reverse. Now the Hermit in the reverse talks about being proactive. Usually when we see the Hermit, that is a card of retreat, going within, kind of being reclusive. But when he's in the reverse, it's quite the opposite. It's really about being very, very aggressively proactive on your own behalf, which means you probably show up even if you're not feeling like it, just because you're feeling maybe inspired to do that. I think, again, that's definitely going to have a positive effect on your money game. For those of you who have kind of been forced to kind of lay low because work slowed down or businesses were shut or whatever the case, It looks like you're going to have a lot of aggressive energy, and it's definitely going to pay off because you're going to have this space and the opportunity to show up for yourself in a very positive way. Now we also have the King of Rods. Now this is a personnel card. This is a card that talks about managers, co-workers, colleagues, but usually in this case, it's a higher up. It's like I said, it could be your boss, could be an executive, could be like a a president. Whatever the case may be, they're definitely paying attention to what you're doing. So again, this is good. It means you have their attention in a positive way. Now, it may be directly. Maybe you interact with this person directly, or it could just be that someone in the higher ups is looking at your department, looking at your your company, your team. The other thing about this too is that for those of you who are not employees, this means that you are attracting attention from people outside of your industry who do want to possibly collaborate, partner, work together in some way, or they want to hire you. They want to hire you, like if you're, I don't know, maybe if you're in construction, maybe somebody wants to hire you to redo their house or something like that. But the good thing is that you're definitely drawing in some positive attention as it relates to your work and as it relates to your professional life. Next, we have the Knight of Swords. This is a speed card, so when things start happening, things are going to take off very quickly for you. So get ready, right? So I like to say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, because when these opportunities, when businesses start opening, when business starts coming through, when work starts becoming available again, you need to be ready for it, because there's going to be opportunities and you need to act quickly. You need to answer yes, and you need to be ready to go. So make sure that you've got everything current, if you have any licensing or any type of certifications that you need to renew, whatever the case may be, just make sure you're ready to work, and you're ready because when it's go time, it's go time. If you have equipment, make sure it's all in good working order. If you need certain clothes for a particular type of job, make sure you have your wardrobe ready. Just make sure you've got everything in place, so when it's time for you to go make money, you can do it without any hesitation. Finally, we've got the Devil card. The Devil card in the reverse talks about breaking free of bondage. This is a very good card to see in the reverse. It means that you're not being held back by something that's not serving you. A lot of times this signifies unhealthy attachments, but the good thing is because this is in reverse, it means that those unhealthy attachments are being released. They're being let go of. You are moving away from something that does not serve you. Now, for some of us, this could be things that are physically damaging, like addictions, illness, toxic relationships. For some of us, it just could be bad habits, maybe some destructive thought patterns. Whatever the case may be, just trust and know that you're moving in the right direction with that. All right, Gemini, let's continue on. See what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. Interesting. Okay. For the month of June 2021. All right. So as we move into the second week of June, Gemini, I'm feeling like there's something, and I'm getting pre-pandemic here. There was something that was going on with you financially prior to the pandemic that maybe you either had to cut off, maybe you had to walk away from, maybe you had to quit, maybe you had to change something, but there's something you did financially prior to the pandemic that's going to resurface again probably around mid-June. Now, I'm feeling distinctly for some people this could be a job they left, like maybe they quit and then the pandemic hit. And now we're moving into another season of where everyone's going to be busy and there's going to be more opportunity. And it looks like you're going to have an opportunity to kind of revisit that situation. Could be an old job, could be a professional relationship, a professional connection. You know, maybe, I don't know, I'm feeling like maybe you outsourced something and maybe it didn't go well, but now you're willing to give this thing or this person, this company, another chance. I'm feeling like that here with these two cards here, because the Eight of Cups talks about walking away, but when it's in the reverse, it means that you walked away very clear-headed. It wasn't something that you had to hem and haw about. It's like you knew it was time to move on. However, the circumstances may not have been ideal, and so now, once we hit the second week of June, looks like there's going to be a new leaf being overturned. It looks like there's going to be a new energy that kind of infuses that situation to some degree. The Queen of Swords talks about, again, cutting things out. And it, again, like I said, I don't feel like there was any confusion about this decision, but I do feel like you're going to have a chance to revisit that decision and kind of re-examine it in some way. Now, this could be something that could work out for you in a good way. It fell on the Page of Cups, so it could be related to the message, the positive offer that you have coming. It's also on the Page of Swords, and that could be a breakthrough. This could be part of a strategic breakthrough for you as it relates to your money. Now, we also have the Strength card, another beautiful positive card. Strength card means, I'm feeling this is a representation of exuberant health for some of you. So, you know, a lot of us have been focused on our health this past year and a half, and we need to continue to do so. Gemini, make sure you're taking care of yourself. I've said before in other videos, things that, you know, I think you should do, things I think you shouldn't do, but of course everyone's going to make their own choices with that. But looks like you're vibrantly alive, and you are well, and you are doing good things to take care of yourself, not only physically but also emotionally and mentally as well. Now, here's where things get interesting. We have two aces here, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Ace of Pentacles talks about new opportunities in work and business. However, things don't necessarily move in the direction you were expecting. Not that things are bad, but things may not necessarily be exactly how you want them. So pay attention to the details of anything new starting at this time, especially as we move into the middle of June. You're going to see, again, there's going to be no shortage of opportunities, but make sure you examine every offer, every opportunity, every potential financial situation, and make sure that it matches up with what it is that you're looking for. Make sure that it really is in alignment with what you want to do, what you want to create, and what you want your future to look like. Now, we also have the same thing here with the Ace of Cups. This is, I'm feeling like this is a relationship, but I don't feel like it's a love relationship. I'm feeling like this is a relationship, more of a professional working relationship. Could be something with a coworker, could be something with a colleague, maybe somebody you went to school with. It's something like that, where it's more of a, I don't want to say not personal, because you obviously know the person, but I don't feel like it's an intimate relationship, if that makes sense. Now, the thing is that you know, everybody has connections. We're all trying to network, but I'm feeling like there's going to be a disappointment here. It's like maybe you were expecting someone to kind of come through, or maybe you were expecting the connection to be better than what it actually was, but something falls flat with a personal, professional connection. Okay, and the other thing about this Ace of Cups too is that I'm feeling like you have your heart set on something, but for some reason it just doesn't quite take off. It just doesn't quite you know, land the way you were expecting it to. The thing is that you know, sometimes that happens, you know, and it's nothing to take personal or nothing to feel discouraged about. But sometimes the reality is that, you know, you have high expectations for people, and they fall short of those expectations. It's no reflection of you, of course. It's them. But at the same time, it's, you know, it stings a little bit. But at the same time, like I said, it's one of those things that you just gotta have to kind of work through. All right, Gemini, let's continue on and see what else is showing up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of June 2021, what do we need to know? Yep. For the sign of Gemini. All right, so here we go. I just got confirmation with what I was telling you about how this is somebody who disappoints you here. I'm seeing it here with the Seven of Swords and also the Three of Swords. So yeah, somebody doesn't show up for you. Somebody, what is the saying? Somebody over-promises and under-delivers, you know, that kind of thing. I see that very clearly here. This Three of Swords is the disappointment card. Seven of Swords. This is somebody just not being true, a liar, a thief. Not that they're intending to be, but that's kind of who they are. But yeah, I definitely see somebody disappoints you here. All right, so consider this a heads up. Okay, but let's start here. Three of Wands, Three of Wands. You're reconsidering your future plans here. Not surprised, considering everything that we're going through with our economy, with our work, our careers, with our businesses, with our education, whatever the case may be. Looks like you're going to be changing some of your future plans, and that's actually going to work out for the better. Five of Wands here. Five of Wands is the communication card. When I see this card in the reverse, sometimes it tells me that communication can be really, really good, or it can be really, really bad. Now, it's one of those things where you have to just make sure you get everything in writing. That's usually the message that comes through, is like, document everything that is said. Make sure you get everything, you know, recorded that the other person said, that you said, so there's no misunderstandings. Okay. Excuse me. The other thing about this card is that we have to be careful that we don't miscommunicate unintentionally. And sometimes that can happen too. So it's one of those things where you just have to be very, very aware of what was said, what you heard, and to make sure that there's no misunderstanding. Next we have the Empress card. Now the Empress card tells me, again, there's going to be some slowdowns in something. The Empress talks about something that is starting, but it's not progressing at the rate that it's supposed to. So as this relates to your money, could be something work related, could be something business related, but you know, the foundation is already in place. The only thing we're missing is the actual progression of the project. So this is one of those things that you can't control. It's just like, you know, the pregnancy. Empress talks about pregnancy, maternal. You know, you cannot rush and you cannot slow things down. Everything happens at the time that it happens. So you're going to have to be a little flexible as it relates to that, especially anything money related around this time. Next we have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. I'm feeling for some of you, this is a Bitcoin card. If you don't know, I do love Bitcoin. I love cryptocurrency. I've been reading for a lot of clients about crypto, and you know, there's some things happening, right? King of Pentacles. For those of you who are into crypto, I have a feeling that things are going to change roughly around the middle of June as it relates to Bitcoin. For those of you who are not in cryptocurrency, this card is telling me to tell you to go ahead and get educated and get in the game as quickly as you can. Now, you don't need a lot of money to purchase Bitcoin or any type of altcoin, but you do need to figure out where you're comfortable and maybe just see what happens. Maybe play around just out of curiosity so you can learn what's coming. Now, the other thing about the King of Pentacles is this is the card of financial literacy, meaning there is something that you need to study, you need to learn, and then you need to apply that. Like I said, some of you, this is going to be Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin, could be whatever. Ethereum. I know there's some talk about Dogecoin, at least at the time of this reading. So, this is the financial literacy card. And because this is in the reverse, this tells me you need to do some research. You need to study. You need to learn. You need to, like I said, apply what it is that you learn here. Okay. Now, we already talked about the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. I told you I'm feeling there's going to be somebody that disappoints you here roughly in this middle of June. Okay. You're going to be okay, Gemini, though, like I said, it may sting a little bit, but it's not going to devastate you. Okay, you're going to bounce back. You're going to finally see this person for who they truly are. And the thing is like they are incapable of being any other way. So I think you finally accept that. And it just really gives you so much more peace moving forward. Because you don't waste time expecting something that obviously never comes through. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of June 2021. All right, as we close out the month, looks like things are actually going to work out really well for you, Gemini. Looks like for those of you who are working, you're going to be doing a lot of stuff independently. I think some of you prefer to work that way anyway, so it definitely looks like that's going to happen. Let's start with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, again, is that breakthrough card, which means that we talked a little bit about stagnation here. I'm wondering if that's going to get resolved by the time we close out the month. Looks like it could be with the Ace of Swords. The other thing about the Ace of Swords is it means really kind of, I want to say it's like nailing something down. It's like really sealing the deal, right? So if you're trying to, close a deal, for those of you who are investors, business owners, trying to buy a house, whatever, looks like that's going to happen by the end of the month for those of you who are in that situation. Like I said, the other aspect is that there's a breakthrough, a very positive breakthrough that happens, and things really start moving in a very, what's that word? I want to say I don't know if serendipity would be the right word, but it's like a very good way. It's like a good, unexpected, positive way. So I guess it would be serendipity. We already talked about how you're going to be doing some independent work. Obviously, here with this Three of Pentacles. Knight of Wands means that you've got some type of assistance coming through. This could be anything work, business related, investment related, but there's something that's going to help you move to that next level or to that next step. Could be assistance in your work, could be someone literally helping you to get a promotion, could be for some of you who are business owners, maybe you get a business grant or a business loan that helps you expand your business. Could be some of you who are investors. Maybe you come into, maybe your family, you inherit some money that allows you to kind of broaden your portfolio. Whatever the case may be, there's definitely going to be some assistance that helps you, okay? We also have the Star card. Now the Star card, interesting, when it shows up in the reverse, that's usually a health card. The Star card, now we talked about strength here, where I was saying I'm picking up, for some of you, you have really vibrant strength here, physical strength. The Star card, when it shows up in the reverse, that's usually something that we have to pay attention to our health. Now, it may not necessarily be physical health here. It could be mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, but I am feeling like it could be a mental health for some of you. Not that, I don't want to make anyone feel bad or like I'm trying to say, oh, you need to go to therapy, although there's nothing wrong with that. If that is what you need, fine. But sometimes we get so burnt out mentally that it's really hard to think creatively and to really be in connection to what it is that we're trying to do. So just pay attention to that. You're not allowing yourself to get mentally burnt out. finally, we got the Six of Swords. Looks like there's going to be a delay or postponement in travel for some of you. You know, this means that something gets canceled, something gets delayed, something gets postponed, rescheduled. You know, one of those things. This is roughly the end of June, so I'm not surprised. There's going to be a lot of travel happening this summer. So, you know, just stay flexible. Hopefully your plans are, you know, you're able to kind of relax a little bit and not stress out about any type of unexpected, you know, changes that happen. So overall, Gemini, you've got a really good birthday month. You have some breakthroughs coming through. You also have some things really working in your favor throughout the month. The only thing, like I said, that I think would probably be something to kind of pay attention to is this situation here where we talked about somebody just disappoints you. And you finally, like I said, you finally kind of, you know, see it for what it is, and you don't, it's like you don't allow your heart to get too involved anymore. So, all right, Gemini, let's go ahead and close out your reading with an Eternal Crystals Oracle card. Again, this is a beautiful deck, and I'm very, very happy to be sharing it with you. All right, I love this card. This is card number 13, Citrine, Abundance, Creativity, Solar Plexus Chakra. This could be something, now that I look at this could be what we were talking about here with the star card. Solar plexus, star in reverse. Okay, so pay attention to your solar plexus chakra. But also your focus this month is abundance and creativity. And we did mention that a couple times here in the reading. So if you have a citrine, Gemini, that would be a beautiful stone for you to work with in the month of June. All right, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down below. And we will definitely do this all again next month.